Hello, my name is Jess Whalen. Today I'm going to take you through a series of human and movement assessments, which include the overhead squat, the single leg squat, and the modified overhead squat. These will be used to identify various human movement impairments, why these impairments exist, and how to ideally correct these impairments. So to demonstrate this, I have Jennifer Cole working with me today. Now the reason why we use the overhead squat is because first, the squat is a very functional movement in our everyday lives. It also engages the musculature of the abdomen and takes into account flexibility and strength of the ankle, the knee, the lumbopelvic hip complex, and the upper body. In essence, the entire kinetic chain. Now to demonstrate the overhead squat, Jen will place her hands above her head, feet shoulder width apart, and feet straight forward as if she was standing in skis. Jen's going to perform 3 repetitions. While she does this, we're looking for major compensations that exist in her kinetic chain. Good. From an anterior view, it is obvious that Jen displays external rotation of her tibia, or her feet turn out, and foot eversion. Now, taking into account the biomechanics of your femur acting on your tibia, we ideally want to see internal rotation of the tibia, not external rotation. So in the case of Jen, as she displays external rotation of her feet, this will externally rotate her tibia as well. This will place an abnormal amount of stress on her knees, her Achilles tendon, and also in her foot. Next, she's going to perform the single leg squat. So hands on your hips and on one leg. Go ahead, again 3 repetitions. We use the single leg squat because it places a greater demand on the human body because it changes the base of support and the center of gravity in essence. As you can see, it is very easy that Jen displays feet eversion again. So once we identified the major compensations, which include, for one, external rotation of the feet, and secondly, feet eversion, we're going to have Jen do the modified overhead squat. To do this, she's going to place her heels on 2 10-pound weights, and again, do an overhead squat. 3 repetitions, just like last time. From this, because she's plantar flex, this reduces the length of her posterior muscles in her leg, which include the lateral gastroc, the soleus, and the biceps femoris. When she did this, it is obvious that her overhead squat drastically improved. To me, this suggests that her major compensations are coming from muscles in her ankle and feet, and not from her hip. Okay, Jen, back up. Off the, there you go. So, because Jen displays these 2 compensations, there's going to be overactivity of muscles and also underactivity of certain muscles. Overactive muscles, in this case, are going to be your lateral gastroc, your soleus, and the short head of your biceps femoris. Now because there's overactivity of certain muscles, there's going to be underactivity of muscles on the opposite side of the joint. These will include your anterior tibialis, posterior tibialis, your medial hamstring, and your medial gastroc. So once we identify these compensations, now we can go into the most important aspect, which is a corrective exercise strategy. There's 4 phases of the corrective exercise continuum. 1 is to inhibit overactive muscles. 2 is to lengthen these overactive muscles. The third is to activate the weakened and lengthened muscles. And 4, we're going to integrate these back into functional use, so to speak. So to inhibit the muscles first is very important, because you have to